Welcome you all. Now we are going to discuss about one sample t-test. One sample t-test is a statistical procedure used to examine the mean difference between the sample and the known value of the population mean. The one sample t-test is a statistical technique for determining the mean difference between the sample and the known population mean. We taken a random sample of a population, compare the sample mean to the population mean, and then make a statistical conclusion about whether the sample mean differs from the population mean. When we can use one sample t-test, that is assumptions of one sample t-test. First assumption, the test variable is continuous in nature. That means our data should be interval type or ratio type of data, and the data should be an independent. That means it should not related to one another. Second assumption is data should come from random population. Next one, dependent variable should be approximately normally distributed. There should not be no significant outliers. These are the four conditions or four assumptions should be fulfilled to use the one sample t-test. Hypothesis of the one sample t-test. Null hypothesis, HO is equal to mu 0. Assume that there are no significant difference between the population mean and the sample mean. Alternative hypothesis, H1 mu not equal to mu 0. Assume that there is significant difference between the population mean and the sample mean. Normality tests. Before running to the one sample test, we have to run normality of the data. The normality of the data can test in two types. One is using the Kolmogorov-Smirnov statistic and Shapiro-Wilk test, and another one is normality plot. First one, Kolmogorov-Smirnov statistics or Shapiro-Wilk test. The hypothesis for the normality of the data is the data are normally distributed. Alternative hypothesis, the data are not normally distributed. If the p-value of Kolmogorov-Smirnov statistics or Shapiro-Wilk tests is 0.05, greater than 0.05, implying that the distribution of data are normally distributed. In case the Kolmogorov-Smirnov statistic or Shapiro-Wilk test is less than 0.05, the data are not normally distributed. In such case, we should not apply one sample t-test. Here, normality tests in visual methods. So we have two type of plots. One is histogram, another one is QQ plots. The histogram should be bell-shaped curve. This shows that our data is normally distributed. Then QQ plot, our data also lies in this straight line. So we assume that our data is normally distributed. So visual method, we can use two diagrams. One is histogram, another is QQ plots. So this will help us to test the normality of the data. Next one, we have to test the outliers. An outlier is an observation that lies abnormally far away from the other values in a data set. In our data set, all the data are lies in this area, that means in this box plot. In any situation we receive any star or asterisk mark outside this plot anywhere else, that data is an outlier. There is no circles or asterisks on either end of the box plot. This is an indication that no outliers are present in the data. Now let us take an example. Total number of samples collected from a particular village, 50 newborn babies weight. This sample is compared with population mean, that is an average Indian baby's weight, approximately 2.8 kg. Now we are going to compare this population mean with the sample mean. The level of significance 5% level. Hypothesis framed for this study: there is no difference between average weights of babies born in particular village and an average Indian baby's weight of 2.8 kg. Alternative hypothesis: there is difference between average weights of babies born in particular village and an average Indian baby weights of 2.8 kg. Now let us move to SPSS to check this hypothesis. First, let us check the normality of the data. Here we have 50 samples, that is baby's birth weight in a particular village, that is samples. Now to check the normality, go to Analyze, Descriptives, select Explore, move the baby's birth weight to the dependent list. Select, this is a continuous variable, move this to dependent list, then go to Statistics, select Descriptives and Outliers, click Continue, then go to Plot, select Stem and histogram, then tick Normality plot with tests, then Continue, then finally click OK. Now we can get output. So here 50 samples, this is descriptive statistics. We can get mean, median, standard deviation, minimum, maximum and everything. Now come to test of normality. You want to check this table, it is very important. Kolmogorov Simonov significance value is 0.197, that is greater than 0.05. Then Sapir-Whorf test significance value is 0.194, this also greater than 0.05. So we conclude that our data is normally distributed. Let us check the plots, histogram and QQ plot. So here histogram, this also looks like an normal distribution. To draw the bell-shaped curve, double click, you can get this screen and click this, you can get the distribution curve. Now we can get the distribution curve. So our data falls within this region almost. So this shows our data is normally distributed. So this is first one. Second one, move to QQ plot. Here our data again lies in the straight line. So these two diagrams, histogram and QQ plot, shows that our data is normally distributed. Then let us move to box plot. This box plot shows that outliers of the data. Here in our example, no outliers exists because there is no star mark in outside of this box. So all the data lies in this area only. So we can say that our data does not have any outliers. So this is the condition for applying one sample t-test. Now let us move to t-test. Go to analyze, compare means, select one sample t-test. So here move this baby's birth weight to test variable. Here 2.8, this is the sample. 2.8 is an population mean. Just we want to enter the population mean here. So we are going to compare the sample mean with population mean. The Indian baby's average weight is 2.8, that is population mean 2.8. Then click options, leave as it is and click continue, then click OK. We can get the one sample t-test value. Now let us check t-test value. N 50, that is number of sample 50, mean 2.9460. This is sample mean. So here itself we can say our sample mean is greater than population mean, but this may happen due to probability. So we want to check the t value here. So here t-test value 2.545, degrees of freedom 49. That means n minus 1, n 50 minus 1 49, 5% level of significance. The significance value we obtained from the test is 0.014. This is our significance value. Now we want to decide either we are going to accept the hypothesis or reject the hypothesis. The p-value of 0.014 is less than the significance level, that is 0.05. Hence the null hypothesis is rejected. So there is a significant difference between the weight of babies born in the village compared with the national average. Thank you for watching.